Becky Genoways became involved in events at the early age of 5 when, much to her dismay, her older cousins and sister made her marry her second cousin over and over again so they could stage backyard weddings. As chairman of special projects in high school, Becky coordinated decorations for her senior prom and worked concerts at the University of Northern Colorado. Back home in Rockford, Illinois, she worked on community festivals, events, and fundraisers, became a caterer, owned an art gallery, and staged 2 art fairs each year. She also began making stained glass windows, a profession that lasted almost 2 decades. Like many in the industry, Becky became involved in festivals and events as a volunteer, programming a stage at On the Waterfront in Rockford in 1984. She advanced to chair the programming committee for 10 stages, and her responsibilities expanded to include the festival's special events. In 1994, Becky paid her own way to attend her first IFEA convention, and that's when she knew what she wanted to do for the rest of her life. She enrolled in the CFEE program, completing the 4-year program in 2 years. She was one of 6 who had achieved the designation in Illinois, and at the time was one of less than 200 worldwide. 3 months later, the CEO of On the Waterfront resigned, and the board tapped Becky for the job. She accepted, and the rest is history. On the Waterfront grew to become one of the largest music festivals in the Midwest, with over 100 performers performing in 10 music venues over 30 city blocks each Labor Day weekend. Over the years, Waterfront also produced Gourmet Alley, Stars and Guitars concerts, Rib Fest, a music walk, and 2 annual fundraisers. Under Becky's leadership, the mission of On the Waterfront was changed to Community Advancement Through Celebration. The festival's food booths were operated by not-for-profit organizations who earned much-needed dollars for their causes. In 29 years, $10.1 million was earned by more than 200 not-for-profits, with the revenues paying for everything from band and cheerleading uniforms to scout trips to the construction of a local church. As CEO of On the Waterfront, Becky became known for her tireless work ethic, her mentoring abilities, her knowledge of all aspects of festival management, and her commitment to providing the best festival experience possible. Every year, On the Waterfront interns learned more about running a festival than they had learned in many of their classes. Former employees went on to work for national organizations using the skills they acquired under Becky's mentoring. Every Labor Day, On the Waterfront brought people from 35 states and 4 Canadian provinces with an economic impact of more than $50 million in 5 years. Waterfront became a place for family reunions and out-of-town guests, a place to run into old friends once a year, and it was not unusual to run into visiting CEOs from other festivals. Another lasting impact was the development of a dedicated corps of volunteers, which grew to more than 4,000. On the Waterfront was awarded 46 Pinnacle Awards, culminating in a Gold Grand Pinnacle Award in 2002. In 2012, On the Waterfront held its last festival, and downtown Rockford went dark over Labor Day weekend. Becky followed her love of the industry to Memphis, Tennessee, where she spends 6 months every year coordinating Memphis in May International's food, beverage, and merchandise operation and the 900-member volunteer program for the Beale Street Music Festival, the World Championship Barbecue Cooking Contest, 901 Fest, and the Great American River Run. Becky is the consummate professional when it comes to just about any aspect of festival or major public assembly events, said Jim Holt, CFEE President-CEO at the Memphis in May International Festival. We have enjoyed the benefit of Becky's deep event knowledge and get-it-done attitude as she has directed and managed key programs within our organization. Her appointment to the IFEA Hall of Fame is a richly deserved acknowledgement of her outstanding talent and dedication to the industry. In 2012, Becky was hired by Cultural Festivals Incorporated to manage the food, beverage, and hospitality programs for the St. Louis Art Fair, a position she holds today. Becky was the outsider looking in, said Cindy Larrick, CFEE past executive director of the St. Louis Art Fair. Our inventory had been disappearing, sales had been plummeting, accountability from our partners were nil. Becky came in and managed the beverage booths like they were a business. Sales increased, theft was down, and the concession partners were responsible for selling and managing. The St. Louis Art Festival staff were ecstatic. In 2007, Becky became a member of the IFEA World Board of Directors, acting as chair in 2013 and serving until 2015. Becky is a proactive supporter of IFEA programs and strongly supports their mission, inspiring and enabling those in the festival and event industry to realize their dreams, build community, and sustain success through celebration. She shares her knowledge and expertise through presentations at state, national, and international conferences, professional training seminars, and certified festival and event executive programs throughout North America and the world. One of her session attendees wrote, "I can't thank you enough for sharing your system with us. Truly, no other IFEA session has been as beneficial to me as yours was." Becky also teaches annually at the Event Management School, sponsored by IFEA, in cooperation with the National Recreation and Parks Association. Through her 30 years working in the festival industry, she has built a broad base of knowledge which she generously shares with others. She interacts with other event leaders to find new and better ways of doing business and has formed lasting relationships and friendships. Becky founded Genoways Event Management in 2012 to consult with events to improve efficiency, patron experience, and profitability. In 2016, she consulted with Tempe Oktoberfest to revamp their food and beverage program. She openly shares her library of information and expansive knowledge of the logistics of operating both small and large-scale events. Becky has touched many lives, working with numerous events to help them improve operations, maximize revenues, and raise efficiency levels. Through her work with the CFEE program, Becky has trained numerous budding industry professionals, and through IFEA, has worked with seasoned veterans to find new and better ways of making the industry even more successful. She has shared her experiences with others throughout the United States and internationally. She is always willing and available to lend a hand, to share her ideas, and to provide expertise. It's sort of like the movie It's a Wonderful Life. Becky has no idea of the impact she has made on the industry because she is too busy making an impact. But looking back, what a wonderful life she is leading in the festival industry, sharing the tools for community celebration with the world. Please help us welcome and congratulate our 2017 IFEA Hall of Fame inductee, Becky Genoways, CFEE.